Did they know their own fate, their own destiny? Did Amir al-Mu'mineen, for example, know that if he goes to the masjid, he will be attacked by Ibn Muljim and die eventually? Did Imam Husayn alayhi salam know that he would be driven into Karbala and be martyred there? So if they knew these things, then why did they go? And if they didn't know, then what kind of knowledge did they have?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
So the answer is 100% they had knowledge of their own future and destiny. And there are three things we'll say here. The first one is this. If we refer to the statements, the will, the sayings of Imam Husayn while he was in Medina, on the route, when he met certain people, it becomes very clear that he knew what the outcome of his journey would be. Because this was told to him in two ways. The first way was through, you can say, heavenly sources. Jibreel communicated it. Rasulullah communicated it. Amirul Mu'mineen, Janab Fatima, Imam Hassan. All of them had mentioned what was going to happen to Imam Husayn alayhi salam. So he definitely knew. And this was from the heavenly side of the communication. This was from the, what we would call a ghaybi side, the hidden knowledge side. He was told what was going to happen. However, it doesn't mean that there's not a worldly side as well. We also see on the worldly side that it looked like he was going towards his martyrdom. All you have to do is assess the situation of the time. He was threatened. His life was in danger. He was told people are coming to kill you. He was told in Makkah that people are coming in their ihrams, they have daggers underneath and they're going to kill you. All of those worldly situations pointed to the fact that his life was in danger and he would be killed. Even other people, non-Imams, Abdullah ibn Umar, Muhammad ibn Hanafiya, ibn Abbas, Farazdak, they all told Imam, our assessment of the situation is that you're going to be killed. So they all had predicted this, even though they did not have hidden knowledge. So, yes, the hidden knowledge is there. The apparent knowledge is there. Some things, the Imams had both. They had the hidden knowledge, but anyone would have seen that in the situation of Imam Husayn alayhi salam, he would be going to his martyrdom and he would be killed no matter what. Second response to this question. Sometimes we see that no matter, even if you have the knowledge, one has to sacrifice everything, even one's life. People, they protest, they die. People fight, they die. People stand up for their rights and die. People make a stand against, for example, big corporations or corrupt governments, or, for example, against genocide, or, for example, what's happening to the Palestinians. They'll take a stand and they're willing to die. They say, my life is not as important as that larger goal. So I'm willing to give my life. So Imam Husayn's stand in Karbala and decision to risk his life was like this. He had to. Islam needed his sacrifice. If not, then Islam itself would have been corrupted and destroyed. So sometimes we also have to bear this in mind, that people know what is going to happen, but they're willing to do it because for a higher goal and for a higher objective. Third part of this first question. Yes, the infallibles had hidden knowledge from God. Yes, we've already said that. But they also had to live in this world as normal people, okay? So they would have to go through life as normal people. Why? Because this world is a world of duty. They were also duty bound. They also had to perform all of the obligations that everyone else has to perform. Their duty was to go along with the normal apparent things in life. They were not obligated to use their hidden knowledge all the time. Yes, there were times when God willed and allowed them to use the hidden knowledge to perform, for example, a miracle. But this was not the norm. This was the exception. This was always dependent on God's will and permission. This was never on their own whims and desires and decisions. In any case, their will was linked with God's will, as we have previously said in other sessions. For example, let's say there's a legal case which comes. Rasulullah is the judge. The Holy Prophet is the judge. What will he do? Will he just say, okay, using my hidden knowledge, I have concluded that you are guilty and you are innocent. He never would do this. He never did this. He would say, bring your proof, bring your evidence, bring your witnesses, take an oath. You swear on the Quran, you swear on God, you swear on God. Why did he just not say, okay, look, using my hidden knowledge, I can easily conclude you're guilty and you're innocent? No, they had to use the apparent things in front of them sometimes. This was their majority of their life, was using the apparent things and being duty bound in the apparent things. So for example, here we have when the Holy Prophet would make a decision and a judgment in a legal case, he would say the following. One of you, so if there's two parties, he would say the following. You in whose favor my judgment has gone should not feel proud and should not think that just because the Prophet has ruled in my favor, that this has, somehow exonerated me from everything. No, it could be that you took an oath falsely, or it could be that you lied, or it could be that the witnesses you brought lied. I'm paraphrasing here. It could be that you argued your case in a better way. It could be all of these things. But this does not take away the reality of the situation. It could be that here I have ruled in your favor because of the evidence in front of me. I have to rule on the evidence in front of me. But in the next world, if you are truly guilty, you will be punished there. Don't think that just because I've ruled in your favor here, that over there you will not be punished. So they had to rely on these things. They had to rely on the outward things, even though in their hidden knowledge, they would have known who really is truly guilty and innocent, but they were not allowed to use those things. They had to live these kinds of normal, physical, apparent lives.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد